طيب الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ما بعد. We'll start a chapter, very important chapter, especially for the winter. المسح على الحوائل. المسح على الحوائل يعني he did not say as the big title مسح على الحوائل. What does it mean حوائل? Like a barrier between your skin and the water. Maybe it is a leather sock, maybe it is imama, turban, okay? So this is called ha'il. Ha'il means barrier. So the first thing he mentions, المسح على الخفين. Wiping, and it means in the wudu, wiping on the khuf. What does it mean khuf? The leather sock. The leather socks. Which covers the ankles. طيب, what is the meaning? We should understand. What is the meaning of masah? Masah, and when we talk about wiping the head, wiping the socks, they said to touch the socks with a wet hand. Wet hand. Unless you put the hand under the tap water, okay, then you wipe. Wiping the head, wiping the socks. This is the meaning of wiping, not to take the water, because this will be washing. We are talking about wiping. طيب. مشروعية المسح. Is it allowed to do the مسح, or this is bid'ah, or not allowed? He said this is ijma', consensus by the scholars, that if you wear your socks after doing the wudu, complete wudu, then it is allowed to wipe on them. This is ijma'. Ibn al-Mubarak, one of the great scholars, Abdullah ibn Mubarak, said, ليس في المسح على الخفين اختلاف أنه جائز. We don't have any difference that wiping the socks is allowed. The khuf, the leather socks. طيب. And they like the hadith of Jarir. Jarir ibn Abdullah, hadith is Bukhari Muslim. He urinated, then he made wudu. And at the end of the wudu, he wiped on the leather socks. Then people asked him, why you are doing this? Are you sure that this is okay? You wipe, you are not washing your feet. He said, no, I am sure about this. This is okay, this is allowed. Why? He said, I saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam after urinating, he made wudu and he wiped on his socks. The scholar said, Ibrahim Nakha'i said, we like this hadith. Why? He said, because Jarir, one of the companions who became Muslim very late. Okay, what is the meaning that his Islam, yani in the 9th year or the 10th year? It means this is a proof that the Prophet ﷺ did not change the rule. But imagine if there is something from Abu Bakr, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, then there is a strong chance that the Prophet ﷺ changed the rule. Why? Because Abu Bakr was with the Prophet ﷺ from the beginning, before Islam. But if someone embraced Islam in the 9th year, for example, or in the Hajj time, before the death of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in 4 months, okay, so for sure, yani the ruling is still did not change. طيب, what is the ruling of مسح على الخفين? يعني is it mustahab, okay, or what? Majority of scholars, al-Jumhur, said it is allowed to wipe on your socks, but it's better to wash. Okay, and for example, now I'm wearing my socks after wudu of Fajr Salah. Okay, after the breakfast, okay, I went to the toilet, then I want to make wudu to pray duha. So now, which is better? Okay, it is allowed. They say it is allowed to wipe, but if someone asks, which is better? I wipe on my socks in the wudu, or I remove them and I wash my feet. The majority of scholars said, no, it's better to remove and to wash. Okay? Why? Because they said this is the main thing. Allah mentioned this in the Quran. And most of the time the Prophet ﷺ was washing. Other scholars said, no, it's better to wipe. Why? Because wiping, this is an excuse, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes for us to follow these excuses or these easy, the things that make the fiqh easier. And the third opinion, they said, it depends. If you have the socks on, then it's better to wipe. But if you are not wearing the socks, then it's better to wash. They said, why? They said, because the Prophet ﷺ did not do something opposite his case. For example, I'm sitting now with my socks and I want to make wudu, so I make wudu and I wipe on the socks. But for you are not wearing the socks. Okay? And now you have the wudu and you want to go to the toilet. Okay? Maybe some people think, okay, I will wear the socks, then I go to the toilets. Why? Because after the toilet, I make wudu and I wipe and don't wash. No, this is not sunnah. This is not sunnah. If you do this, it is okay. It is allowed, but this is not sunnah. What is better? What is the sunnah? That you don't do something opposite your case, your status. So if I am with socks, I wipe. If I am without the socks, I wash. And that's it. This is the better thing. طيب, the next point. المدة, the time. What about timing of the المسح? We have two things. You are traveler or not traveler. If you are in your country, you have 1 day, 1 full day, one day with the night, 24 hours. Some people say 5 prayers. No, not 5 prayers. 24 hours. Okay, what is the difference? The same or they are different? Huh? The 24 hours more than 5 prayers. صح؟ we pray al-Fajr 5 or the Adhan Fajr 5 and al-Isha Adhan about 6. So how many hours? 13. Okay, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned يوم وليلة. What does it mean يوم وليلة? The full day, day and night. It means 24 hours. 24 hours. So for the one who is in his country, he's not a traveler, you have the right to wipe on your socks 24 hours. If you are travelers, 3 days and nights. 72 hours, 72 hours. And we have different hadith. Like hadith Ali ibn Abi Talib, hadith Auf ibn Malik, Safwan Assal, hadith Safwan radiyallahu anh, that for the traveler 3 days, and for the one who's in his country 1 day.
Is there some opinion for 48 hours or 2 days?
Yes, but it is not authentic. It is not authentic. There is hadith, not authentic, that someone asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Can I wipe on my socks?" He said, "Yes." The man said, 1 day? He said, "Yes." Then the man said, 2 days? He said, "Yes." Then he said, 3 days? He said, and whatever you like. It's up to you. But this is not authentic hadith. This is not authentic hadith. There is an opinion that for 1 week. There is opinion that it is for 1 week or more, because they mention a narration about Umar ibn Khattab رضي الله تعالى عنه. Okay. عن عقبة بن عامر قال, I went to Sham. I went from Sham to Medina. I went from Sham, the Syrian side, to Medina. And I left Jum'ah day. And I reached Jum'ah day. So it means 1 week. I went to Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Umar asked me, when did you put your feet in the socks? or in the leather socks? He said Friday. Then Umar asked him, did you remove them? He said, no. For 1 week, he did not remove. Then Umar radiallahu ta'ala said, Asabt. You are right. Umar radiallahu ta'ala said, yes, you are right. طيب, some scholars said this is not authentic narration. They said this is not authentic narration. And some scholars said this is authentic and it is allowed. Why? They said because for this case it is يعني yes, he is a traveler, but he's this man Uqba bin Amir, he was barid. What's mean barid? يعني there is a message with him, and it is important to convey the message quickly. And also he was alone, and it is dangerous يعني to stop, يعني to have long stop. So it needs time to remove his socks, then he wash, and he needs to dry. So they mention يعني for some scholars it's okay, like this case, maybe people in the army. But if we take that this narration is not authentic, then we rely on the authentic hadith, the clear hadith that the Prophet ﷺ mentioned 3 days and nights. These are the authentic ahadith, the authentic ahadith. طيب, the common question: from what time should I start the 24 hours? When I
The first wiping.
Okay, this is one opinion. From the first wiping. The second opinion from the time of wearing the socks. 3, when the time that you invalidate your wudu. طيب, يعني let's say you wore your socks last night, okay, before sleeping. Of course, you did the wudu, then you wore the socks. You wake up for the Fajr Salah, then you wipe on the socks. Now, when you wore the socks, let's say 10 p.m. When you slept, 12. When you wipe, 5 a.m. Okay, so which one? Some scholars said when that at the time of wearing the socks. Why? Because it is late with the socks. Other scholars said no, when you broke your wudu, you start the timing. And the third opinion, no, when you the first wiping, this is the start of the 24 hours. And this is the stronger opinion. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ, if you notice, the hadith that he said, Amara bil masih. The Prophet ﷺ told us to wipe 3 days and nights for the traveler. So the Prophet ﷺ mentioned al masih. So this opinion said the Prophet ﷺ relate the time with the masih, not with the wearing, or not with breaking the wudu. So this is the stronger opinion, inshallah, that the time should start from the first masih. Okay, but not any masih, not any wiping. They said the wajib wiping. Okay, yeah, or they say the first wiping after breaking the wudu. Okay, you wake up for Fajr. You went to the toilet. You made wudu. Then you wore your socks, the leather socks, khuf. Then you came to the masjid, and after the halqa, okay, you want to pray duha. So you said, I want to make wudu. Is it okay you make wudu? You do not break your wudu. Is it okay? Yes, this is okay. Why? to make the wudu with every salah, this is good. Then you went home, 9. You slept, then you wake up for Fajr, for Dhuhr. You made the wudu and you wipe. So from which wiping you should start the timing? The first or the second? The second. Why? Because the first wiping was, or the first wudu was mustahab, not wajib. You do not break your wudu. But for the second, wajib, because you woke up from sleeping. Tamam? Clear? Masood, clear this point? Huh? طيب. Now we said how many days you can wipe, or how many hours? If you are here, 24 hours. If you are traveler, 3 days. طيب. When we start the 24 hours, when should you start counting? We said the strong opinion that from the wiping, not from wearing or breaking the wudu. طيب. Wiping, sometimes you make wudu mustahab and sometimes you make wudu wajib. When should I start? From the wajib wudu or from the mustahab wudu? From the wajib. And I gave the example, you wake up for Fajr Salah. You made wudu, then you wear the socks. You pray in the masjid, then you stay for dhikr and Quran, then you made wudu and you wipe on your socks, then you pray the duha. This is mustahab, so don't start counting from this wudu. Then you slept until dhuhr, then you made wudu, we start counting from the second. Why? Because this is wajib wudu. Tamam?
So for a muqim, it can be more than 24 hours that you don't wash your feet. Because for the first time, the wajib wudu will be maybe after 4-5 hours.
Sean, again.
You wore the socks at Fajr time.
حلو. Okay.
And the wajib wudu that you made was Dhuhr time. Okay, so there's like 6-7 hours.
صح.
So from that time when you start counting for 24 hours, so actually it's more than
Yes, your feet will be in. Yes.
It's from the Masa, the first 24 hours. From the first Masa.
From the first wajib masih.
Yes, wajib. From there, it's 24 hours.
Yes. Okay. What does it mean with day and night? They mean 24 hours. It means 24 hours. It doesn't mean that if I start before Maghrib, yes, this is part of the day. And at the Maghrib Adhan, it means the night starts. Okay? It doesn't mean that the day finished, khalas, I cannot. No, it means 24 hours. For full day and night. Full day and night. طيب. من مسح, if you are in your country, then you started the masih. Okay? Then you traveled. طيب, you wiped on your socks after Fajr. Then after Dhuhr, you traveled. After Dhuhr. So how many hours? From Fajr to Dhuhr? About 6 hours. 5-6 hours. Okay, so still I have the right, even I am traveler or not. صح? So in this case, what can I do? You can continue the 3 days. You can continue the 72 hours. Yes, I start as a muqim, not a traveler. Then I traveled. Okay, so now after Dhuhr I am in Jeddah or I am in Mecca. So I consider myself what? I am a traveler. So now I have the right to continue the 72 hours. طيب. The opposite. من مسح على خفيه ومسافر. Okay, you are a traveler and you started wiping on your socks. طيب. No, before you reach your country, you finish 24 hours. Then it is not allowed to wipe. Okay, I am in Mecca. Okay, and in Mecca I wipe on my socks. طيب. Then after 30 hours, I reached home. Can I wipe now? No. Why? Because now I am not a traveler and I exceed the 24 hours. Okay. But if I am a traveler and I wipe, but it is less than 24 hours, okay, then you can continue the 24 hours. You can continue the 24 hours. This is clear, inshallah. Mm-hmm.
For example, you started wiping, you did the first water wipe before Fajr. And tomorrow, let's say early morning before Fajr, you started your travel. So this means like one day, like you can do wiping 2 more days, but not, you count this one as well, right?
You wipe Fajr time. And tomorrow, before Fajr, you traveled. Okay, so you can continue the 72 hours.
More 48 hours.
Yes. Yes, as total, 72 hours. Yes, you don't add. Total 72. Okay. طيب. What is the condition for the masih? There are conditions for the salah, conditions for the wudu. It is a condition that you wear, before wiping on them, that you make sure that when you did the wudu, when you wore your socks, you did a wudu. Yes, wearing them after full wudu. Why? Because,
What people do is, they make wudu, wash one feet and they wear the socks. It's not complete wudu.
Yes, we are coming to this point, inshallah. What is the proof? Because Hudayf, in the hadith, the Prophet, not Hudayf, Al-Mughira ibn Shu'bah, he said the Prophet ﷺ was making wudu, then I went down to remove his socks, his leather socks. The Prophet ﷺ said, no need to remove them. Why? Because I put them after wudu. فإني أدخلتهما طاهرتين. Okay, I wore the socks and they were tahir. It means after wudu. So this is a condition. So if someone wake up, then he wore the socks, then he wants to make wudu, no, this is not allowed. Like the kids, they do this, صح? It is good for them that if they make wudu, alhamdulillah, they want to do everything quickly. طيب. About the issue, the point that the Prophet ﷺ said to Al-Mughira, don't remove my leather socks. Why? Because I wore them after making wudu. They are tahir. Now the point is, I'm making wudu. Then I washed my right foot. Then I put on the socks. Then I wash the second. Then I put them. Now, about the left leg, there is no problem, صح? Any problem with the left leg? No problem. But where is the problem? The right. When you wore the socks, the right one, I did not finish my wudu. So the scholar said, what is the meaning of the hadith? The Prophet ﷺ said, إِنِّي أَدْخَلْتُمَا طَاهِرَتَيْن. I put on my socks when my feet were tahir. So does the hadith mean that the leg is clean? Or it means I am in a state of wudu? Okay. Yes, if the meaning that my foot is clean, then it is okay, you can wipe. But if I am not in the state, if the hadith means I am in the state of the wudu, then I need to do what? I need to remove the socks of the right foot and to wear it again. صح? Huh? Now we are talking about a person who wants to wear the socks. طيب? So now I'm making the wudu. So I washed the end of the wudu, I washed my right foot. Then I wore the socks. Then I washed the left. Then I say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wahdahu la sharika, I say the dua. Now there is a problem with the right one. Why? Because I wore it without completing. So some scholars say it is simple. Remove it, then wear it again. Why? Yes, because if I remove, then I wear, then this is full wudu. And some scholars said, no need. No need. Okay, but to be safe, don't wear them until you finish your wudu. Don't wear them until you finish your wudu. Maybe some people, they want to wear immediately, or maybe it is a shoes. It is not a sock, maybe it is a shoes, like the army. Their shoes is difficult, there is no place. Huh? Yes, maybe the toilet is dirty or something like this. But to be safe, okay, wear them after completing your wudu. And if you do this, then remove the right socks and wear it again. The scholars mention many points because sometimes you don't think that I need this point. But the scholars think about everyone. They don't think about the rich person or the poor or the white or the black or the Arabs or the non-Arabs, for everyone. They mention for everyone. Like when they discuss, for example, inshallah we'll come to this point. If you don't memorize the Quran, if you don't know anything from the Quran, okay, maybe for us, how come we don't know anything from the Quran? Of course we know Fatiha, we know Quran. Okay, what about the new Muslims? The new Muslims who are not Arabs, who don't know Arabic, they don't know English, they don't know French, they don't. Okay, it is very difficult for them. Very difficult. So you'll find the scholars mention everything for them. What should they do? Is it okay? Is it enough to if the person memorizes one ayah? Okay, is it enough, or he should repeat this ayah 7 times because the Fatiha has 7 verses? Okay, scholars mention many details. Why? Because they mention the rules for everyone. For everyone. And this is very, very important point. Okay, I stop here, but I like to mention this point. There is a very important point that sometimes you advise people, you should do this or you should not do this. I am doing this or I am not doing this. You think about yourself only. Okay, alhamdulillah, you have a salary. Okay, your wife is educated, you are educated, your children are educated, your parents are good Muslims, practicing Muslims. You're also the parents of your wife, they are practicing Islam, alhamdulillah. Okay, so when you speak, you should think about the whole community, everyone. Don't think that everyone is like you. Don't think that every parent is like your parents. Don't think that the financial status like everyone. Okay, and some people don't think about others. When the scholars write the books, they think about everyone. And if you like, also when they give the fatwa, they try to give fatwa for everyone. I mean, يعني it is suitable for everyone. Not fatwa only for the leaders, fatwa only for the poor people, fatwa only for the rich people. They think about the public. Okay, this is the true scholars. They think about the general people. Okay, if I say haram, okay, do you think that people can do this? يعني, this is very important, especially in Hajj. Okay, sometimes people come to us in the Hamla, because I was in Hajj in the Hamla. So people say, we want to follow the Sunnah. The Sunnah to go to Mina on the 8th day, Yawm al-Tarwiyah. You know the names? Tarwiyah is the 8th. Then Arafah. Okay, what should we do on the 8th day? We go to Mina. We go to the Mina before Dhuhr. Okay, but many Hamla, or maybe most of them, they don't go to Mina. Or when they go to Mina, they go maybe after Asr or after Isha. So some people come to the Mudir, the manager of the Hamla, I mean the manager of the group, say, you claim that you are following the Sunnah, and we are not following the Sunnah. We should go to Mina. Said, this is difficult. No, we can't go. I will take a motorcycle. You know, sometimes motorcycle very easy, صح? What is the problem? The problem, يعني, how many people in the Hamla? I mean, this group 400 as Hajji, and the workers 100, so the total 500. How many buses? 10 or 11 buses, the big buses. Okay, so the problem, this person is thinking about himself and his wife, and they are young, 25 years old or 30, healthy, strong, young. Okay, no, we should go. Sometimes, if you like to go, you go. But we as a group, we cannot. Because it is difficult for 10 buses to go. We cannot pass. The police will stop us. Or there is a big risk that we stay in the bus maybe for 7 hours. Okay, yeah, this was common if you did Hajj before 2005 maybe. Or sorry, not before 2011, before the train. Okay, it was common. You stay in the bus 4 hours, this is normal. This is normal, 4 hours in the bus, imagine. Okay, you have old people, diabetic people, they need the toilet. And sometimes you hear some people 7 hours in the bus, 10 hours. Okay, so there is a risk. Okay, how can I deal with people 10 hours in the bus? They need food, they need toilet, they need rest, they need air. It is also, you know, the pollution, the smoke and the buses. Okay, so where is the problem here? The problem, this person doesn't think about the whole group. For me, if I am the manager, I look at the whole group and also my employees. And I have my connection with the police in Mecca about the traffic. Is it okay? The problem, people don't know. There are a lot of meetings. The meeting with, for example, for Kuwaiti Hamla, there is a meeting with the minister, for example, or the one who's authorized to lead the Hajj from Kuwait. And they do meeting with all the managers of the Hamla. And they give them, look, for Kuwaiti Hamla, you have a time from 8 to 1, from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. After that, it is not allowed for you to pass. People don't know this. Okay, so that's why there is a problem when you when you think about yourself only. When you think about yourself only, like sometimes I discuss with my friends about food. Why you are giving your children this? You have to buy the organic eggs. I don't know how come people they give their children anything. Habibi, the organic egg or the organic chicken. How much for one chicken? I think 10 kg. صح؟ Huh? Who's eating organic chicken? Nobody. Okay, حبيبي, mashallah, you are working. Your salary is 2,000, 3,000. Also, your wife is working. And you live with your parents. You are not paying the rent. So, you are not spending anything. So of course you'll buy organic food and you'll buy everything genuine origin. You'll not buy artificial. Okay, but what about people? The salary maybe is 500 and his wife is not working. He's paying rent 400. Do you think that he will eat the organic? Okay, so this is the problem. He thinks about himself. But as a scholar, as a wise man, you should think about everyone before talking. Yes.
Sheikh, regarding the socks, nowadays we have socks that doesn't cover the ankle. Is this allowed to do much?
We'll come to this point, inshallah. But generally speaking, that if you notice that in the definition we mentioned, the leather socks means which covers the ankles. Right? So this is the majority of scholars said this. Yes, some scholars said this is not. There is no proof for this condition. Okay, but the majority of scholars said, but this is the common. This is the common socks. It was not known. When the Prophet ﷺ said, "You wipe on your leather socks," it was common that the leather socks covered the ankles and above the ankles. But if you notice now, the socks, every week or every month, it becomes less and less. We cannot see where is you. Many times I tell my daughter, why you wear your shoes without socks? She says, no, that there is socks. Where is the socks? Okay, so we should avoid wiping on these socks. Which are less than the ankles.
Made of cloth. If it is not leather, it is made of cloth.
Okay, some scholars say this is allowed, inshallah. Not all of them, but some. الخف. Okay, the term in the hadith, it is khuf. And what is the meaning of khuf? Leather sock.
Now no one wears leather socks. Everybody wears socks.
You'll find tablighi. صح? You are not tablighi? Okay. I know what I noticed, the tablighi. They wear the leather socks. طيب. But from where can we buy them? Okay.
You have to buy a size bit for our shoes.
Why? Hey. طيب. But some scholars said you can wipe on the wool socks or wool or cotton. You can wipe on them. You can wipe on them, inshallah. Yes, we'll mention this, inshallah. The double. Wipe the face. Okay, yes. For example, I make wudu, so I wash my hands and then I wash my face, then I wipe my face, then I wash my hands. It's okay.
After that, you can dry it or things, or you can make the tissue and remove the water.
Yes, you can, but the point is there should not be a gap. It should be immediately. Yes. Yes. جزاكم الله خير. صلى الله عليه وسلم.